If you think the 85cc class is just for beginners, think again. The 2025 Kawasaki KX85 isn't some entry-level toy. It's a full-on motocross weapon crafted for young racers who are dead serious about winning. And Kawasaki knows this class well. For years, the KX85 has built a legacy as a launchpad for championship careers. From local amateur events to national youth circuits, this machine has left tire tracks on podiums around the world. And now in 2025, it returns with a host of thoughtful upgrades, not just cosmetic, but performance-driven changes that push it closer than ever to factory-level capability. The KX85 isn't here to play nice. It's here to dominate. With bold new graphics, revised suspension internals, and updated ergonomics, it's clear that Kawasaki isn't phoning it in. They're listening to racers, tuning for real-world conditions, and evolving this bike in the same way a race team evolves its factory machines. The message is loud and clear. If you've got the skill, this bike can take you to the top. Don't be fooled by the displacement, because when it comes to performance per pound, the KX85 hits harder than bikes twice its size. Under the seat of the 2025 KX85 is a liquid-cooled, two-stroke 84 cubic centimeter engine, fine-tuned to deliver razor-sharp throttle response, a screaming top end, and enough torque to lift the front wheel on command. Kawasaki's engineers didn't just tweak a few numbers. They've reworked the power valve system for better mid-range punch and crisper transitions between gears. The carburetor remains a Keihin PWK28, but now with updated jetting for smoother delivery across different altitudes and conditions. Whether you're coming out of a tight rut or flying through wide-open straights, this engine doesn't hesitate, it explodes. And the power band isn't just aggressive, it's predictable, allowing younger riders to push harder without constantly fighting the throttle. The 6-speed transmission has been refined for slicker engagement, with updated gear ratios that squeeze every ounce of potential out of the engine's peak RPM. Chain, sprockets, and clutch components are race-tested, meaning what you get off the dealership floor is more than just weekend fun. It's race day ready. And here's where it really matters. The KX85 teaches throttle control, clutch finesse, and line selection better than any classroom ever could. It's the kind of machine that turns young riders into future pros. When it comes to chassis and suspension, the 2025 KX85 stands tall, figuratively and literally. The high-tensile steel perimeter frame remains light and rigid, offering stability under braking and predictable feedback in tight corners. But for 2025, Kawasaki has gone further. The 37mm inverted cartridge forks now feature revised damping settings, engineered to better handle aggressive landings and fast rebound situations without sacrificing small bump sensitivity. In the rear, the Unitrack linkage system paired with a fully adjustable gas-charged monoshock gives the KX85 the kind of plush, planted feel usually reserved for bigger bikes. This is crucial in youth racing, where traction, confidence, and rider feel can determine the difference between first and fifth. Braking has been refined too. Wave rotors provide improved heat dissipation, while the dual-piston front caliper delivers consistent bite. Riders growing out of the 65cc class will find the KX85 surprisingly accommodating thanks to thoughtful ergonomics. The narrow seat, wide pegs, and slim shrouds allow unrestricted movement during aggressive body positioning. And the adjustability doesn't stop there. The handlebar mounts allow for multiple configurations, giving growing riders a bike that evolves with them physically and technically. The bottom line? The KX85 handles like a pro's machine, but built to fit a youth rider's frame. Aesthetically, the 2025 Kawasaki KX85 gets a visual overhaul that brings it even closer to its bigger KX brothers. Bold lime green plastics remain iconic, but subtle updates in the shroud and number plate shapes improve both airflow and rider ergonomics. The graphics are now embedded into the plastics themselves, reducing peeling or wear even after season-long abuse. It's a small touch, but it shows Kawasaki's commitment to delivering factory-level finish in every detail. Even the seat cover gets a new gripper texture, designed not just for comfort, but to keep the rider planted during hard acceleration and braking. But here's something that isn't obvious until you've raced one. The 2025 KX85 is remarkably low maintenance for a high-performance bike. Routine work, like changing the piston, adjusting suspension, or tuning the carb, is intuitive and tool-friendly, perfect for young riders learning the ropes of bike maintenance. For parents and mechanics alike, the KX85 represents a balanced machine. It demands discipline, rewards skill, and builds mechanical awareness. And when you're in the pits or at the starting gate, nothing beats the visual of that bright green frame lined up and ready to launch. This bike doesn't just perform, it represents something: dedication, progression, and a serious shot at motocross greatness. Now, if you've stayed with us this far, here's the surprise Kawasaki didn't headline. For 2025, they're launching a KX85 Factory Edition, a limited-run variant with upgraded triple clamps, an optional Pro Circuit exhaust, and black Excel rims straight from the race team spec. It's designed for riders already battling for regional titles, offering out-of-the-box upgrades that mimic what team riders are using. Only 500 units will be made globally. And if you're thinking this sounds more like a mini KX250 than a youth bike, you're not wrong. Kawasaki is clearly doubling down on youth racing, investing in the next generation with factory-level parts and performance. That means for any young racer out there, this could be the moment your journey goes from local track days to something much bigger. The KX85 isn't just a stepping stone, it's a launch pad. Whether it's your first race or your first title defense, it's built to get you there fast and keep you hooked for life. So if you're looking for speed, control, and a real shot at motocross evolution, this is it. This is the 2025 Kawasaki KX85. For more race-proven machines, deep dive reviews, and behind-the-bars truths, subscribe now. This is Acer Rider, where motocross isn't just a sport, it's a mission.